Now, I believe I have all the overlays correct. We just need to... Oh, LCS order. Fantastic! Oh, this is why... To all UBC AL teams watching this, please, LCS order so that I don't have to switch up. Making my life so much easier. Thank you so much, VT, SKK. But without further ado, we are in the game. No real interesting starts, except for the fact that Thresh started with Coin. Usually with a safe mid, I would have just really started Targons, just to keep the harass up. You are a little beefier as well. Unfortunately, Targons doesn't proc off of Thresh's auto attack, so you have to actually last hit really well. But hey, Prairie Dog Hero, I believe in him. So that Coins is a very interesting start, considering the fact that they are such a lockdown team. He could have also gone for the Glory if he wanted that speed boost. But hey, we'll just see what that coin, if that coin does pay off for them. Pretty spread out on both teams, just lining up the entrances to their jungle. VT taking a very defensive stance on their jungle, but Pat Shot GG is overextending a little bit on that Ziggs, and they will get flanked by Syndra. A little bit of damage. Hook misses from Prairie Dog, and Pat Shot will get away safely. He will have to recall to heal that damage, but he should be back in lane before the minions spawn. Nice, pretty good start. I wonder where Sanctus is going to start. It looks like he's going to start red. Considering the fact that Rengar is an auto attack champion, I would have liked the Krug start to keep him a little bit healthy, or at least just smite it over the wall to get that stun and then go for his red buff. But I mean, if again, this is the new jungle, right? There are a lot of options and starts available for each jungler. If he does smite red buff, though, he will heal up half of his HP, so he should be alright. Meanwhile, Jarvan did start over at his Crump, I believe. Yeah, he started over Crump, so that would be his blue buff afterwards. Jarvan should be also pretty healthy, considering he's chugged both of those pots up. Oh, wow. I feel like he took a lot of unnecessary damage, considering that both his pots are down. He will probably skip Wolf Camp and go straight to his red. His smite should be back up for that. But so far, everyone's just really... Oh, Syndra going aggro on to Pat GG. Ignite is dropped, but he will be able to survive that. Sanctus 2G is now waiting in the wings to get Real B Dragon, and that is going to be first blood. There it is, coming in. Meanwhile, the aggression coming down bot lane. Again, so much poke coming out from Cypher and Prairie Dog, as they win that trade easily on TCD, taking a lot of damage on that Jinx. But wow, Real D Dragon getting punished by Sanctus 2G with that really early counter jungle. Will get 3 buffed in the process. Now, will Sanctus clear that out? No. So he does not. He won't have the timer for it at all. Sanctus is not finished at all. He is wanting to get another one. Crab God has no fury for Meganar, but he will just be forced out of lane. No Ebola, or Ebola strike coming out of Rengar. Real B Dragon is trying to look for some revenge, but Sanctus UG is going to be very, very safe. On that, I don't know what that is. So it's looking like nice hook coming out from Prairie Dog. Flame Chompers will hold them back just a little bit, but again, so much poke coming out from that Varus. Definitely having their way in with that lane. Janna's shield is not able to mitigate too much of that damage. It's looking like Optimus is taking control of that lane versus CrabGod. With that CS lead coming, it's wow. That is almost a 15 CS lead. Oops, sorry. A lot of damage coming from Optimus. He is trading very, very well. CrabGod is not taking advantage of it much. Nice flake coming out of Prairie Dog. As I said, CrabGod's not taking advantage of the poke that he has onto Optimus, considering the fact that he is more pokey than you think than Olaf. But he is winning that lane quite substantially. Nice maximum range hook coming from Prairie Dog onto that Jenna. The wrong person that you kind of want to go on. But the TCD is going to be very, very low. And a gank from Sanctus, if they tend to tower dive this, that can be very devastating actually. If they can get VT Cypher ahead. Nice piercing arrow hitting both of them, forcing Don't Know and TCD back. Pat is getting chunked by that Syndra thanks to that early advantage, forcing him out of lane. The farm definitely shows it too. She's now 15 CS ahead of Pat. CS definitely going over towards the side of VT, giving them close to math is difficult. 9k gold lead. Or sorry, 900 gold lead. Wow. Math is hard. Jungle items completed for both junglers now too. TCD had to be forced to back and comes back into lane with a pickaxe, so that should help her harass. She hasn't been using her rockets all that often. Missed chance to trade back and forth between there, but Meganar for CrabGod wanting to put the aggression, but Optimus is 6 now. Pops his Ragnarok, but the stun coming up from CrabGod forcing him to flash out. Kratao going aggro on Pat, but is having to force to be back because of real English. What is wrong with you? But the counter gank from Sanctus 2G is there and will pick up the kill. Another kill for him. Real B Dragon having quite the tough time versus Sanctus's Rengar, but the hook lands on TCD. Volley misses, but that piercing arrow does land. Heal forced up of Don't Know will save TCD, but TCD will be forced to back. Again, staying would be devastating, but also going back and missing all that farm and XP would hurt them even more. So they are going to decide to stay, but VT and Prairie Dog are almost 6. And it's going to be very dangerous considering the fact that there is a lot of CC from that Thresh Varus bot lane. Blue going to go over to Pat. Even though Real B Dragon is very behind on his jungle right now. Level 4 versus the level 5, almost 6 of Rengar on Sanctus. But hook does land on TCB. He's not 6 yet, but the ulti coming out from Zypher will pick him up the kill. Can it be a double? No, actually the kill does go over to Prairie Dog. A little bit of a misplay there, but I think they're just happy to put pressure down in the bot lane for it. Nice ward is coming from both teams onto that dragon. They both have vision of it. But Sanctus 2G and his mid laner Kratao are going to counter jungle. Pat and Crab are going to collapse on them, but Crabbot is falling extremely low. He does have Meganar soon. He is forced to flash. The red is burning. And he turns into Meganar just in time. A big damage coming up from Kratao. Real B Dragon is paying the price for it. A little bit of split DPS. Satchel over onto the Baron Pit. Sanctus is going to pick up another kill onto Real B Dragon. And that is his 3rd of the game. Absolutely doing tremendous amounts of work, Sanctus 2G. And it is true. His Rengar is very good. It wasn't just all talk whatsoever. But now with a 3k gold lead coming out from VT, you know, 5-0. SKK definitely needs to think of something to do. This is a very rough start for them indeed. Crabgot doing a little bit of poke coming to Optimus, shoving him a little bit out of lane. The hooks from Prairie Dogs have been essential in this bot lane. Again, there's so much CC coming from the Varus Thresh. The TCD and Don't Know definitely need to respect it. And as I said, I worry about SKK because they're not rolling with the same squad or roster that they normally have, plus their mid laner is a substitute, and as I say that, Pat does fall to Kratau once again. That is a 2-0-2 Syndra with the Morelmicons. But the VT Cypher is getting caught out. Ultra Mega Death Rocket will pick up the kill for TCD. Prairie Dog being dropped to half. They should not chase this though and just take the win. That was a nice Flame Chompers into Howling Gale coming out from the bot lane. Hook misses, but Real B Dragon is here. I don't know why Prairie Dog decided to stay. Being forced out to Flash's Cataclysm is dropped on him. But he will get away scot-free. Real B Dragon having very little luck this game, considering the fact that he's 0-3, getting counter-jungled. I believe he's been denied his red twice now, and has died to Sanctus 3 times. But Ragnarok being popped up from Optimus Prime, but tons of damage coming out from Crab. Another kill being given over to Kratau though, as Pat gets caught once again. And this might be the lack of team coordination coming out from SKK. Who died? Oh, right, it was Cypher. Cypher died to that Jinx. They finally pick up their first kill. Now VT is looking towards that dragon. They are in a very commanding position to take it, considering the fact that I don't believe... TP is available for Crab, but they can't contest this considering the fact that they are so behind. Ultra Mega Death Rocket trying to perchance pick up the kill. Nice hook over the wall, a blind hook coming up from Prairie Dog, but Real B Dragon should get away safely as Flame Chompers will cover the escape. Howling Gale does land, forcing Prairie Dog to back away. Again, VT did take the dragon, so they're happy with the trade. Just going back to protect their lanes now. All the meanwhile, Crab was able to take top tower, but parting shot again falling to this Syndra. Syndra taking absolute command of the mid lane. After that first kill, was able to snowball that. Pat having a very hard time against that matchup as well, not able to trade as well as he hoped, considering that Kratau is so far ahead of him. But as I was saying before, Crabgot was able to get the top turret in exchange for that dragon, so you know, SKK able to pick up a few wins, but Crabgot not respecting the amount of burst and CC that comes out of Arengar and Syndra does fall along with the middle turret. But Sanctus not done, absolutely owning Real B in his jungle. Hands over another kill to Syndra. Sanctus being forced out to flash out of that Cataclysm, almost falling, but his teammate was there to help him out. That is going to be a blue buff going over to Syndra now as well. SKK losing all their buffs, and Ultra Mega Death Rocket just narrowly missing Sanctus and Kratau. Pat is getting a little too ham and does pay for it. Another kill going to Sanctus. Just this is the lack of communication that I was afraid would happen from SKK, considering the fact that they did not practice with their substitute. And their lanes being jumbled out. This could this is probably the worst time to have a lane switch or substitutes in the playoffs, but Kratau deciding not to go back, going very deep against this bot lane. A hook does miss from Peridog. Real B Dragon trying to see what he can do. Ulti being popped by Thresh. Nice double stun coming from Syndra. Oh, massive amounts of damage. Double kill from Kratau. Is it going to be the triple? No, Cypher will take that for himself. But VT absolutely taking this game by the balls. Syndra's balls, and running away from it. 14-1 with close to 7k gold lead. Yeah, 7k gold lead. A dragon up. SKK is looking very weak right now, and it just might be because VT is playing very strongly. They didn't ban out Rengar from Sanctus. Kratau was able to do amazing amounts of works in the mid lane. And even though top lane has been a little bit quiet, the CS advantage alone is enough of a win for Optimus versus that Crab God. I thought, Crab God would win during that laning phase, but apparently counter to Gnar is Olaf top, so they are just having a really bad time. And though I don't want to, call a game before it's done, as SKK, I would honestly start thinking about the next game. They have to ban out that Rengar and Pantheon, so that's 2 bans focused on Sanctus already if they want to stand a chance. Or absolutely, let Sanctus go on that Rengar again, but then play around for it, have another strong jungler that can't be counter-jungled as easily. But wow, the stun coming out from Kratau is able to half health Real B Dragon, and the ulti will pick up the second half. The stuns from Kratau are absolutely on point this game as they start sieging the top turret. Crab is all alone, and he just needs to get out of dodge. His Mega Gnar form is going to run out, and they are just going to dive him if he stays, and he smartly does retreat to his tier 2 top turret. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, lots of poke coming out from Cypher and Prairie Dog, as there is no tower to protect them in. Pat getting caught out again in the jungle. Ignite will pick up another kill for Kratau, as the warding from VT is also making sure that they are able to get away with these plays. Nice stun coming out of Kratau again, and ulti will pick up the kill on Real B Dragon. I don't think that SKK has an answer right now. Wards so deep for VT. As you can see on the map, they do cover almost everything in the top jungle, and the dives are just non-stop coming out from that 3-man top lane push. All the farm coming out, VT looking very strong. Regardless, even with all these dives and all these kills, they haven't forgotten to keep up their farm as well. Flash being forced out from TCD, having to play it safe because he just can't afford to get caught out whatsoever. Dragon is live once again. It looks like VT is going to rotate down towards it. There is the one single ward from SKK is at Dragon. It just died now, so they do know that Dragon is spawning and that VT is there. But honestly, they can't contest this. They just have to go out and clear their lanes. VT did an amazing job pushing all the lanes before this Dragon, so SKK needs to push back. So they did send Gnar up in the top lane. Prairie Dog gets caught, but he's just so tanky right now that he doesn't even care. So Gnar is up there. He has TP available. Kratau going very ham, getting knocked up by Janus Monsoon. Ultra Mega Death Rocket will hit Prairie Dog, but not enough to kill him as Kritau grabs himself a triple kill as he just absolutely demolished the backline of SKK, and that's an uncontested dragon for them. As I said, SKK could not contest that. They needed KrabGot. If they had a chance, they needed KrabGot to teleport bot lane, but then Optimus would have just teleported right after him. So really it was a 4 versus 4 down by Dragon, but they are just so behind that they can't take quote-unquote even fights because they are so behind. They should have just let that go, pushed mid, taken that tower while they did Dragon, and hope that they can shrink this 10k gold lead now just a little bit more. SKK really needs to focus on towers if they want, you know, to even prolong this game, and hope that, you know, if they can drag it past the 35-40 minute mark, they might even up. But oh my goodness, the damage coming from Katao is real. Unfortunately, Bloodthirsty Prairie Dog on that support takes both of them, but at this point it really doesn't matter. It's a 14-0-8 Syndra who just bought a Magi's. Hook lands on TCB. Prairie Dog is gonna go in on that stun coming out from Syndra, and Cypher will pick up that kill as they begin sieging that middle turret. All the meanwhile, Optimus is free farming that top lane because Crab can't stop him. There is no one in the SKK squad that can stop a single person on VT right now, and they are slowly just bleeding towers. You know, props to SKK because they haven't surrendered yet. It is 21 minutes in, but there it is. Finally, the surrender from SKK goes out 21 minutes and 50 seconds into the first game, and the first game goes over to VT in this best out of 3 gold quarterfinals.